Deshaun Watson. He was traded to the Browns this offseason, but as far as his status goes for this upcoming season, I would say it's very much in the air. But I know you're not in the locker room right now, but if you were, what do you think the vibe is just surrounding everything that's going on with Deshaun?
Well, we tend to not think about, the off the field things, but we're all human. We understand like the caveats of not talking to the media, not saying things outside the locker room. But guys wonder, will they have Deshaun Jackson? Will they have Watson for the season? They're wondering that. However, if you look at that locker room, if you look at the athletes that they have available to them, they have enough to win. They have backup quarterbacks in Brissett. They have guys who can step in and get the job done, even though Watson is a question mark that's hanging over everyone's head.
No, I totally agree with that. I mean, I spent some time with Jacoby Brissett in Indianapolis. He's a guy who is not going to go out there and lose you games. Certainly not a quarterback that can will you to wins, but he's going to be a fine bridge option should Deshaun Watson be out for the year. You look at the run game for Cleveland. They were phenomenal a year ago. You upgrade with Amari Cooper at wide receiver. Like, there are definitely pieces there. It's just a bad situation to be in because that's supposed to be your franchise quarterback, the quarterback of the future, and then obviously a bad situation for the parties that were involved in that as well.
I think Josh is right. Like, it's human nature for people to hear things, see things. Nobody's living under a rock, especially in today's day and age.
Yeah.
No matter, I've covered sports long enough to know guys always say, oh, I'm not reading, I ain't watching it. Yes, they are. Everybody is. You can't help it. And if you're not reading, your wife reading it, your cousin's reading it, your mom and dad reading it, and people calling you, texting you, hey, what's going on, even if you don't know.
Yep.
So it's definitely something that is likely circulating that locker room right now. And the fact that you just don't know. Like, you go into the season not knowing who your starting quarterback is going to be at this point in the year, it's not great. But as JP talked about, you do have Jacoby Brissett that has been a guy who has, kind of let teams tread water.
He's
even
been
when
in
they
this
don't.
position before.
Right. So he knows he has that leadership ability and has the ability to kind of stabilize a roster until they know what the situation is going to be.